So one of my side hustles is being a DJ. I love it. I love doing it. And I was talking to a friend of mine about his business and how he hasn't started his side hustle. And that got to me thinking about, why are we hesitating? Why are we putting it off? Why are we procrastinating? And I was asking him about why he's putting it off. And I can tell you about mine. And I do want to tell you about mine, because why I didn't start a YouTube channel several years ago when I'd signed up for it, why I didn't start DJing until I did, and why I didn't start writing this book that I'm working on now. It was because I was scared. I was afraid people would make fun of me, right? Or people would say, "Oh, that's ridiculous. You're so stupid to do that, you know? You're 50 years old. Why are you starting this stupid YouTube channel?" It's not stupid to me. It's important to me. It's important to me to hold myself accountable and help other people. That's what I want to do. I want to help other people. And I was scared. I was scared of what people might think about me. And another thing I was scared about is having the quality. I wanted it to be perfect. It can't be perfect. You're not going to get it perfect. I don't have a team to do that. I'm a one-man band. I videotape it. I edit it, the whole 9 yards. My friend, I asked him what's holding him back, and he said that it was the timing. He wasn't sure when he should do it. I can tell you right now, from 100%, you'll never have the perfect time. My dad used to say, "You can never time the market, son. You can't buy at the lowest, and you're never going to sell it at the highest. You just got to get in there and get what you take. You set your goals. I'm going to buy it at this level. I'm going to sell it at that level. Here's what my business is. Here's the steps I got to make to get to be successful." And it all comes back to goals. That's it. He says he's just afraid of the market, afraid of interest rates, afraid of this, afraid of that. That's not going to get it. You cannot be successful and be that way. You'll be talked out of your goals every single time. The other thing he talked about was the fear of failure. That's going to happen to anybody, right? We're all afraid we're going to fail. He was afraid that he's going to get into something that is going to take a lot of time, which it will. If you're an entrepreneur, it's going to take a lot of time. You might as well just get to know it. You're going to work 24/7. But you're building toward your dreams. You're building toward your family. You're building toward that generational wealth, or whatever your goals are. And the side hustle he's looking at is going to be a little heavy in capital. He's going to have to put some money into it. And you got to ask yourself, how much money can he put in there? And that's a question he has to answer for himself. But also, it's got to say, how bad is it going to hurt my family if we lose this money? Is it going to change our lifestyle? Can we afford to lose the money, right? So I want to tell you a little story about a guy who found a concept that he liked and wanted to open up a retail shop. And he went to the corporation and said, "Hey man, I like your product. Let's move it forward. Where would be your next store if you open one up?" They said, "Key West, Florida." And that's all this guy needed, because he loved Key West. Anyway, he packed up his wife and his child, and they moved to Key West, opened up a shop in Key West, and then 9/11 happened, and it killed the tourism anywhere. He didn't have enough capital to make it. He did not have enough money in reserves to make it through 9/11. A lot of people didn't, especially him. He started out in 2001 opening the business, and then later on in 2002 he closed the business because he just didn't have the capital. The people weren't there coming into his shop. That was me. I lost my butt. Had to move back to the state, back to the mainland. But it was a valuable lesson about not being undercapitalized. I was not afraid of failure. I knew it'd be successful. I had my goal. I had my thing. Some extraneous circumstances hit, and that hurt us. One thing I want to talk about is the lack of time. Starting a business is very difficult, especially an entrepreneur. Lack of time is something that's going to happen. You got to sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice somewhere to get this business off the ground, of your side hustle, your business. It's just going to take time. So you're going to have to do it. And lack of time to get it accomplished, that's something that needs to be thought through in the action plan. You're going to have to determine in your action plan what it's going to take to get the side hustle done, what the business done. So that's something you have to do in the goal setting area. And then if you don't have the time, then you can't do it. So I got to ask you why you're hesitating. What are you waiting on? Is it something in yourself that you can't control, or you don't want to control? Something that you're afraid, like I was, like I am? Are you afraid of failure? Are you afraid of the time commitment? All those things are important. but you got to get it started if you're going to do it. And it's part of the goal setting and action plan items that you're going to do. That's where you start limiting the risk. It's through the action plan and determining what resources you need, the time you need, the actual people help that you're going to need, the new skills you're going to need. All those items are in the action plan that you're going to commit to, that you're going to put together. And then you will determine then for sure whether it's something you need to start or not. I'll tell you, if you have an idea, you've done your action plan, start it today. Once you realize you can do it, just do it. Start today. Don't wait. Start today. Every day you put it off is a day behind you are. Just get it started. As I always say, you got to believe, you got to act, and you will be successful. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.